They're all in line, and away they go. Not exactly sprinting away from the start. See Ruby Run assumes command with Hulako on the outside. Run Darlin is raring to go. Moving up on the inside, the challenge for second. Richard Boucher and See Ruby Run at the first swing with the lead. Hulako races in second place, followed by Run Darlin. Darn Little Cash. Sporty is there also with Pleasant Woodman. 300, It's Magic Time. And the leader is at the next fence. Hulako and Jacob Roberts now going to the front. See Ruby Run races closest to him in second place as they race midway around the turn. Run Darlin follows in third place with Pleasant Woodman on the outside of Sporty. Darn Little Cash follows with It's Magic Time, 300 on the outside. Dax, Bannock, Byrne, and Battalion completes the field as first of two times to go around. They head now towards and over the third fence. Hulako and Jacob Roberts on top by about 2.5 lengths. See Ruby Run. Run Darlin now moves up onto Eric Ports to take over second place and moving a bit closer to the leader. At the fourth fence, Hulako running and jumping with about 1.5 lengths advantage over Run Darlin, who races in second place. Pleasant Woodman has moved into third. See Ruby Run has dropped back into fourth place. Sporty on the inside of 300, Darn Little Cash, It's Magic Time, Dax, Bannock, Byrne, and Battalion as they head now towards the fifth of 15 fences. Hulako has led the way down the backside with Run Darling racing closest to him. Pleasant Woodman and Willie McCarthy moving up on the outside. Now the challenge for a second as Eric Porch tries to settle Run Darling Run. Run Darlin Run still in second place, a little bit more than 1 length behind Hulako. Hulako leads into the turn. Pleasant Woodman moves up on the outside. Run Darlin follows on the inside, a close-up third. Sporty running evenly for Mark Beecher in fourth as they straighten away and head for the 6 of 15 fences. Hulako on the inside, Run Darlin Run in the middle of the course, and Pleasant Woodman on the extreme outside as they gallop towards the 7th fence. Hulako on the outside has the lead. Run Darlin Run racing in second place. Sporty has moved a bit closer to the others, jumping in fourth place right behind Pleasant Woodman, and 300 has moved into sixth place. They head now towards the water jump with 1 time to go around. Hulako has the lead. Run Darlin races in second place. Pleasant Woodman jumping in third, followed by Sporty, 300, Darn Little Cash, Dax on the outside, It's Magic Time, See Ruby Run, Bannock, Byrne, and Battalion as the leaders are at the 9th and they're neck and neck across the course. On the inside, Hulako, in the middle of the course, Run Darlin, and on the outside, Pleasant Woodman, less than 1.5 lengths separates those three as they race towards the 10th fence. Hulako showing the way, Pleasant Woodman on the outside in second place. Run Darlin follows in third. Sporty going well for Mark Beecher, sitting right off of those three in fourth place. 300 and Gus Dahl moving up on the inside, and Dax has moved closer to the others. Darn Little Cash, Bannock, Byrne, It's Magic Time, and completing the field is See Ruby Run as they head towards and over the 9th fence. Hulako has led most of this last time around. Hulako on top by about 1.75 lengths. Over Pleasant Woodman and Willie McCarthy, who are at the 12th fence, about 2.5 lengths behind the leader. Hulako on top now is opened up by about 3 lengths. Pleasant Woodman in second place. Sporty going nicely in third place. Dax and Roddy McKenzie have made up ground and take over to fourth with 300, Darn Little Cash, Run Darlin, See Ruby Run, and Bannock Byrne with Battalion the trailer. The race is on the front end where Hulako is going to try and hold him off with 3 fences to go. Make that 2 now for Hulako, and he's got about 1.5 lengths to 2 length advantage. Moving up on the inside under Mark Beecher, Sporty is gaining a bit on the leader. He's taken over second with Pleasant Woodman right alongside as they race into the final turn. Hulako and Jacob Roberts showing the way. Pleasant Woodman has regained second place. On the inside, Sporty is in third with Dax and 300 moving up on the inside. Darn Little Cash. Hulako is now separating a bit more from the others and only has 2 more fences to clear. It's Hulako on top. Pleasant Woodman has the best chance to catch him, and he's on the outside. Pleasant Woodman and Hulako as they race towards the final fence. In the middle of the course, Hulako on the outside, Pleasant Woodman. Hulako and Pleasant Woodman hook it up as they come into the stretch. Hulako with the lead. Pleasant Woodman racing in second place. Hulako on top as they drive towards the wire. Hulako and Jacob Roberts on their way here. Pleasant Woodman is going to have to settle for second because Hulako wins this one. Hulako and Pleasant Woodman and a photo for third.
So standing with me is Neil Morris, winner of the first race. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about Hulako. He was off for a year. You purchased him from Michael Matz?
We purchased him from Michael Matz last fall. We ran him on the flat a little bit. He's still a maiden on the flat. The attraction was that he was a Dynaformer horse, and that I have a lot of faith in Michael Matz too, and what he sells, the product that he puts on the market. So we went out today with a lot of confidence, with the ground being soft, with it being 2.5 miles, with him being by Dynaformer, and they walked away from the start, so he just jumped off on top and put on a jumping clinic and held on. Beautiful ride with Jacob Roberts, very confident ride.
Was your intention for him to go lead right from the start, or was that just the way the race unfolded from the start?
Just the way it unfolded. He needs a solid pace, so he needs an honest race. So nobody was prepared to do that, so we just bounced him out there.
They're all in line. And away they go. Swimming River goes to lead at once. Leffingwell Lion among horses, with Major Malibu now speeding up to join Swimming River on the front end and to take the lead over the first fence. Major Malibu, Swimming River, Leffingwell Lion. Liverpool Gloves followed by Atrium, Leffingwell Lions there. Sandbox Rules, I Said Scat Cat, Zula Road, Gather No Moss, and Indian Creek Queen completes the field. As they duck out of sight, Major Malibu has the lead. Saluda Sam on the outside, vying for the lead as they head towards the chicken coop. Major Malibu has the lead from the inside. Saluda Sam on the outside. Those two are heads apart, with Saluda Sam now going to the lead as they head towards the log jump, running and jumping over that one. Saluda Sam on top by a little bit more than the length. Major Malibu is followed by Swimming River, Liverpool Gloves, Atrium, Sandbox Rules, I Said Scat Cat, Gather No Moss, Leffingwell Lion, Zula Road on the outside, and Indian Creek Queen, as we have a long gallop between fences. Heading now towards the fourth fence, the Meadowbrook jump. Saluda Sam has the lead. Saluda Sam and Mark Beecher showing the way over that fence. Major Malibu, Swimming River racing as a team in second and third, and they straighten the way for the next fence. They head now towards the Aintree Bank. Saluda Sam with the slight lead. Major Malibu, Swimming River. Atrium is there also with Liverpool Gloves and Sandbox Rules. That's the first group as they head towards and over the Cheltenham Bank. Swimming River and James Slater on top, with Saluda Sam regaining a very slight advantage as they race towards the next fence. Saluda Sam on top. Swimming River in second, Major Malibu on the inside of Atrium as they head towards one of the timber fences on the course. Saluda Sam negotiating that one well with Swimming River. That was Atrium who went down at the fence. Saluda Sam continues to set the pace. Swimming River racing closest to him in second place, Major Malibu. At the next fence, the bank, Swimming River regains the advantage. Saluda Sam now regaining his lead from the outside. Saluda Sam on top. Swimming River racing closest to him in second place as they head now towards the ninth fence, one of the timber fences. Saluda Sam, Swimming River, Major Malibu, Gather No Moss, Liverpool Gloves, Indian Creek Queen, Sandbox Rules, I Said Scat Cat, Zula Road, and Leffingwell Lion as they head towards another timber fence on the course. Saluda Sam jumps the 10th of 21 obstacles with the lead. Swimming River stalking his pace. On the outside, Major Malibu is prominent from the beginning. Gather No Moss moves a bit closer as the leaders are at the next fence. Saluda Slam and Mark Beecher showing the way. Swimming River in second place. Major Malibu on the outside. Gather No Moss as they head towards the water jump. Saluda Sam jumping with about a 2.5 length advantage. Swimming River races in second place. Major Malibu, Gather No Moss, Indian Creek Queen, Sandbox Rules, Zula Road, I Said Scat Cat, Leffingwell Lion, and Liverpool Gloves competes the field as they head towards the next fence. Saluda Sam with Major Malibu on the extreme outside. Swimming River stalking Saluda Sam and jumping in second place. Gather No Moss in third with Major Malibu on the outside moving up and regaining third. Gather No Moss, Sandbox Rules moves a bit closer as we seem to have a differing of opinions on the turn. We'll announce the front end. Saluda Sam showing the way. Swimming River now going to the front. Swimming River on top. Saluda Sam is pulling up as they jump one of the national fences and head towards Swan Lake. Swimming River with the lead as they head towards the lake. Major Malibu, Gather No Moss, and it's a long ways back to Zula Road. Swimming River and James Slater showing the way through the pond. Swimming River now on top by about 5 or 6 lengths. Gather No Moss moves out to Mark Watts to challenge Major Malibu for a second, and it's a long ways back to Zula Road. Heading now towards the stone wall. Swimming River has the lead. Gather No Moss jumping in second place with Major Malibu right alongside. Zula Road and Leffingwell Lion racing in 4th and 5th place, but a long ways behind the leaders. Swimming River is the one to catch, and he's got about a 2.5 length to 3 length advantage as he races into the turn. Gather No Moss trying to make up ground in second place. Major Malibu is dropping a bit farther off the pace with only 3 more fences to go. Swimming River has the lead, and a 1/4 mile remains. Swimming River and James Slater on top. Gather No Moss racing in second place. Major Malibu in third, and it's a long ways back to the others. Swimming River heading towards one of the brush fences. He's at 1 more fence to go. It's Swimming River on top under James Slater. Gather No Moss, Major Malibu, and Zula Road a long ways back in 4th at the fence. Swimming River. Major Malibu, Gather No Moss, Swimming River leading into the final furlong. James Slater and Swimming River on their way here. Gather No Moss under pressure in second place, but he's no match for the winner. Swimming River romping home to victory here under James Slater. Swimming River, Gather No Moss, Major Malibu, and here comes Zula Road, Leffingwell Lion.
Number 11, Gather No Moss, and number 3, Major Malibu, have been disqualified for going off course. The claim of foul by number 8, Leffingwell Lion, against number 10, Zula Road, has been disallowed. The winner by disqualification of the second race, the Bios Cybertronics Steeplethon, number 10, Zula Road, owned by Celtic Venture Stable, trained by Charles McCann, and ridden by Gustav Dahl. In second place, the number 8 Leffingwell Lion, owned by and trained by Elizabeth Carell, and ridden by Richard Boucher.
All right, standing with me right now is winning trainer Charlie McCann after a long inquiry of the Steeplethon. Charlie, tell us what happened.
I guess now I can breathe. I guess the others went off course and stayed on course, and he ran a great race anyway. It was his first time in the Steeplethon, and we were just thrilled with him either way. But you always need some luck on the way, and that was huge.
You being a former steeplechase jockey yourself, you're familiar with what going off course is. Can you explain to those in the crowd who don't know what that means, please?
They obviously went the wrong side of the beacon. I'm not exactly sure because I haven't, seen the rerun of it. But obviously that's what happened, and he ran a great race.
Now, this horse coming into the race was a maiden, meaning he's not won a race over fences. What hope did you have about today's race, and why did you pick the Steeplethon against winners?
He's a big scopy horse, so he's always, he always wanted to run timber, and I was just taking my time with him before we go timber with him. And he's now been second and third, in timber races, and ran a great race 2 weeks ago at Middleburg. When I walked the course on Thursday evening, this is the race for him.
Our field of 12. And they're off and running. Gus Stahl goes to lead on Keyw. Canardly. Here comes Ed's Big Bet up on the outside. Wonton is there also. Class Brahms, Haishi Soar, Sumo Power, Mischief on the corner. As they head towards and over the first fence, Gus Stahl and Keyw showing the way. On the inside, Wonton and Richard Boucher in second place. Class Brahms and Carol and Sloan in third on the outside. Keyw leads over the second fence. Wonton races in second place. Class Brahms on the outside in third. Canardly followed with Haishi Soar, Ed's Big Bet, Mischief, Canardly. Extraordinary on the corner, and Parade Lap. And that is Sumo Power, I believe, who lost his rider. Racing down the backside, Keyw now has about a 3.5 to 4 length advantage. Wonton racing in second. At the fourth fence, Keyw and Gus Stahl going easily on the front end with about a 4 to 4.5, 5 length advantage. Wonton follows in second place, followed by Class Brahms, Haishi Soar. Canardly adds Big Bet, Mischief on the inside. Grantor is there also with Extraordinary on the corner, and Parade Lap completes the field. But it's only about 15 lengths front to back, and this is the first of 2 times to go around. At the fifth fence, Keyw still maintaining about a 4-length advantage. Wonton goes well in second place, and Class Brahms sitting right off of Wonton. They're followed by Haishi Soar, Mischief, Canardly, Ed's Big Bet. Grantor on the outside of Extraordinary. Parade Lap, and on the corner completes the field as the leader is midway around the turn, now leading by slightly less than 2 lengths as he gallops towards the sixth fence. Wonton on the inside, Class Brahms on the outside, those two dueling for second place behind Keyw, who continues to set the pace. Class Brahms now races in second place with Wonton on the outside. Heading towards and now over the seventh fence, Keyw on top. Wonton races in third place as Class Brahms is narrowly in between them in second. Mischief, Haishi Soar now moves up on the outside to join the leaders, but Keyw is still on top. Keyw, Class Brahms, Haishi Soar, Mischief now moving up a bit closer. Wonton is there also. Keyw with Mischief alongside, Haishi Soar on the outside, Class Brahms and Wonton. At the ninth fence, Keyw and Mischief. Annie Yeager now taking a slight advantage on the outside. Keyw galloping right alongside. Class Brahms sits behind those two in third as they clear the 10th fence. Keyw, Mischief on the extreme outside. Class Brahms races in third place, followed by Wonton, Haishi Soar, Extra Extraordinary, Grand Tour, Edge, Big Bet is there also. On the outside, Parade Lap on the corner, and Canardley completes the field as they straighten their way down the backside, heading towards the 11th of 15 fences. Keyw has set the pace from the beginning. Mischief racing in second place with Haishi Soar right alongside, as is Class Brahms, who races between horses, and they all move a bit closer to Keyw, who continues to go well at the 12th fence, holding on to about a length advantage over Mischief. Haishi Soar moving up on the outside to challenge Mischief for second. Class Brahms is now starting to drop back a bit. Wonton, Extra Extraordinary, and it's a good ways back to the others. The race is on the front end where we only have 3 more fences to clear. Keyw and Gustal trying to go wire to wire here. At the fence, Keyw jumping with the lead. Mischief in second place. Extra Extraordinary is moving closer to the leaders in fourth, and Wonton is making a move up on the inside to challenge Mischief for second. Keyw is our leader as they race into the turn. Keyw on top, Mischief, Wonton, Extra Extraordinary, Haishi Soar, and it's a good ways back to the others. Keyw continues to set the pace. Gustal lets out a notch, and he opens up by about 2.5 lengths with a 1/4 mile to go. Mischief racing in second place. Wonton on the inside. Extra Extraordinary. That was Mischief going through the wing, heading towards the final fence. Keyw, Extra Extraordinary on the outside, and Wonton. Extra Extraordinary. Keyw and Wonton now will battle into the stretch. Wonton on the inside. Keyw is there also, an Extra Extraordinary on the extreme outside. Extra Extraordinary and Willie McCarthy, Wonton and Richard Boucher, and they battle towards the finish line. Extra Extraordinary by 3/4 of a length. Extra Extraordinary, Wonton, Parade Lap, and Keyw.
With me now is trainer Doug Fout of the 3rd race with Extra Extraordinary. Dougie, tell us about the race.
Well, we waited here because we got a little bit of a weight concession with this horse, and the distance we thought would help him a lot. The only thing we were unknown about was the soft going. He's never run in soft going, so we weren't sure. Willie McCarthy said he loved it. He's always been a great jumper. He's still a very immature young horse going, but he loved the ground, and we got lucky.
Where'd you find this horse? I know he ran at the flat track before. How did you come across him?
Yes, I found him actually up in Monmouth Park. So a good friend of mine that looked for horses for us, and so that's how we got the job done.
Now,
They're all in line. And they're off and running. Decoy Daddy goes to the lead once. Nutty Wizard speeding up on the outside. Nutty Wizard now sprinting away from the field. Decoy Daddy races in second place. Dynaskill moving up on the outside of St. Nicholas. Followed by Chestermite, Marine Officer, Spun Yarn, Ambergris K, with Call Me Sunny alongside. Sir Gus moving up on the outside of Johann Star. Completing the field is Complete Zen, with Johann Star there also. They race into and around the first turn. Nutty Wizard and Teresa Croce on top. Chestermite now moving up for Great Britain on the outside to vie for the lead, with Decoy Daddy racing in third. Still a long ways to go. Nutty Wizard from the inside with the lead. Decoy Daddy in the middle of the course among the leaders, as is Chestermite. And on the extreme outside, Ambergris K is moving up a bit under Zoe Valvo. Still a long ways to go. Nutty Wizard has led most of the way. Decoy Daddy and Carol Ann Sloan racing in second place. Donna Skill between horses with Chester Might alongside. Marine Officer there also. Call Me Sunny St. Nicholas. Spun Yarn. Ambergris K. Johann Star. Evening Taps. Sir Gus completes the field with Complete Zen right in front of him. They race into the turn. They've got about a mile yet to go. Decoy Daddy has the lead. Dinah Skill races in third place. Nutty Wizard saving ground on the inside, remaining in second place with Dinah Skill right behind. Chester Might now moves up on the outside to claim third and moving towards second place as they straighten away down the backside. Decoy Daddy on top by about 2.5 lengths. Nutty Wizard and Chester Might racing as a team in second and third. St. Nicholas on the outside of Dinah Skill. Marine Officers there also. Spun Yarn. Call Me Sunny. Evening Taps. Johann Star is there also. Completing the field is Sir Gus. Heading down the backside with at least 5/8 of a mile yet to go. Running easily, Decoy Daddy on top. Chester Might races in second place. Nutty Wizard drops back in the fourth as Macaulay Kinnaman is making a move up on the outside with St. Nicholas now to vie for the second place, but dropping back there, and we've lost 2 riders. Macaulay Kinnaman came off, as did Teresa Croce. Racing into the turn, Decoy Daddy is the one to catch. Chester Might has the best chance. He's only about 1.5 lengths behind in second place. Evening Taps and Kerry Bryan now making a bold move up on the outside to race into second place and move towards the leader. Decoy Daddy on top. Evening Taps races in second place as they turn for home. Decoy Daddy and Carol Ann Sloan still with the lead. Evening Taps races in second place. Chester Might on the inside in third. Complete Zen is rallying on the outside, and Marine Officer in the middle of the course. They race into the final 3/16 of a mile. Heading towards the finish, Decoy Daddy and Carol Ann Sloan. Decoy Daddy just cruising home alone, in hand and in command. Decoy Daddy. Complete Zen gets up for second. Evening Taps holds on for third.
Zen, owned by Mika Haba Stable, trained by Lilith Boucher and ridden by Fabrizio Perigo.
All right, I'm standing here with the winning jockey of the 4th race, the amateur race for Gentry Amateur International World Cup race, Carol Ann Sloan. Tell us about the race.
We jumped off, we went a nice pace, and I was told to be up handy and make a bit of the running if possible. The pace was good from the start, and coming around here, I decided to take it up, and he was at a great gallop. He was settled, and I'm not sure what was going on behind me, but my horse was travelling fantastic, and he's been in great order. And I came round, I gave him a breather coming down the far hill, and took him round the bend, and travelling the whole way at handfuls. And as soon as I came round the bend, it was a bit soft today, and I took him. He likes the ground good, so I took him out wide under the good ground, and it was like a button. You just pressed it, and he ran on fantastic horse.
You must have been excited to see you named on this horse, considering his past performances. This horse has competed in Grade 1, 2, and 3 races, even winning a Grade 2 stakes. So you sat on a really good horse. How did that make you feel when you saw your name?
Fantastic. Like I had looked at the form, and I know the owner and trainer, and like they're fantastic people. And Brianne's came in there new and a new stable, and is doing a great job. And the horses came back in a great form for her. And like he was third in the turf riders, you know, and he was off them for a bit, and he's getting ready now for the Montpellier. So this was a great warm-up race for him, and he hopefully now will have him spot on for the Montpellier.
Congratulations.
they're off and running. Going to the lead at once is Arrow, and Chris Reed setting the pace. Brands Hatch races in second place, Grinding Speed in third, with Hot Rise moving up alongside in fourth place. One Wild Bird follows with Monte Bianco as Arrow clears the first fence. Brands Hatch and Jackson Roberts racing in second place, Grinding Speed close up in third. Now Hot Rise moves into third, second, first. Hot Rise on top under Gustal, opening up a daylight lead over Arrow, Brands Hatch, Grinding Speed, Monte Bianco, and One Wild Bird. As Hot Rise leads towards the second fence, on top now by about 3.5 lengths. Hot Rise followed by Arrow, Brands Hatch, Grinding Speed, Monte Bianco, and One Wild Bird, content to let the others set the pace. It is a slow pace as they race down the backside. Hot Rise has the lead now by about 1.5 lengths over Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch on clear of Arrow by about 2.5 lengths with Grinding Speed, Monte Bianco, and One Wild Bird. Hot Rise went to the lead in the early going easily on the front end under Gustal as he heads towards the third of 22 obstacles. Brands Hatch jumps in second place. Grinding Speed going well under Mark Beecher in third, with Arrow on the outside in fourth. Monte Bianco right alongside in fifth place, and One Wild Bird and Roddy McKenzie bringing up the rear, but they've got a long ways to go as they race now towards the next fence. Hot Rise loses a bit of ground there, but Brands Hatch can't make up ground on him as there's at least 2 lengths separating those two. Grinding Speed follows in third place. Arrow on the outside of Monte Bianco and One Wild Bird. Heading now towards the fifth of 22 fences. Hot Rise setting the pace. Brands Hatch racing within striking distance in second place. That's where he's been from the beginning. Grinding Speed in third, Monte Bianco, Willie McCarthy racing in fourth place. One Wild Bird and Arrow complete the field as they've still got a long ways to go, and Hot Rise setting a nice pace. Brands Hatch about 2.5 lengths back in second place. At the fence in front of the stand, the 6 of 22 fences. Hot Rise loses a bit of ground there. Brands Hatch racing in second place. Monte Bianco in third, followed by Grinding Speed, Arrow, and One Wild Bird as the field is strung out, heading towards the next fence. Hot Rise on top. Brands Hatch in second place as they head towards the 7th fence. Hot Rise jumping with the lead. Brands Hatch follows in second place. Monte Bianco is moved closer to the leaders in third place. Grinding Speed, Arrow, and One Wild Bird completing the field as they race around the turn. Hot Rise has led most of the way. Brands Hatch about 5 lengths back in second place, and it's a gap of 2.5 more lengths to Monte Bianco and at least 6 or 7 lengths to Grinding Speed, Arrow, and One Wild Bird. The leader is at and over the 8th fence. Hot Rise, Brands Hatch, and Monte Bianco. About 5 lengths separates those first 3 horses, and it's a good ways back to Grinding Speed with Arrow and One Wild Bird. Still a long ways to go. Racing down the backside towards the 9th fence. Hot Rise setting the pace, losing a bit of ground at every fence. Brands Hatch races in second place as Hot Rise again leads on the flat between fences. He's got about 1 3/4 to 2 length advantage over Brands Hatch. Monte Bianco, Grinding Speed, has moved a bit closer with Arrow and One Wild Bird. Anybody's horse race as they've still got a long ways to go. Racing towards the next fence, Hot Rise on top. Brands Hatch races in second place under Jackson Roberts as they head towards the 10th fence. At and over the 10th, Hot Rise on top. Brands Hatch in second place. Monte Bianco in third, followed by Grinding Speed. Arrow follows in 5th place with One Wild Bird. Hot Rise over the next fence with about 1.5 lengths advantage. Brands Hatch going well throughout, racing in second place. Monte Bianco well within striking distance. Grinding Speed in 4th place. One Wild Bird on the outside of Arrow as they've still got a ways to go. Heading out towards the 12th fence. Hot Rise on top. Brands Hatch in second place. Monte Bianco in third. Grinding Speed jumping in fourth place. Arrow in fifth. And One Wild Bird as they head towards the fence in front of the stand. Hot Rise has made most of the running. Brands Hatch has forced the pace throughout with Monte Bianco in third place. Grinding Speed, Arrow, and One Wild Bird. At the fence in front of the stand, Hot Rise running and jumping and going well over that one. Brands Hatch fences well at that one also, but they're about 3 lengths behind the leader. Monte Bianco races in third place as they head towards the 14th fence. Grinding Speed, One Wild Bird, and Arrow. Hot Rise making most of the running on the front end. He's led all the way except the very early stages. Jumping in second place, Brands Hatch. Monte Bianco on the outside in third. Grinding Speed and Mark Beecher have now moved a bit closer to the others, as is One Wild Bird and Arrow. Anybody's horse race, but they're going to have to make up some ground on the leader. That's Hot Rise on top, who's got about a 6-length advantage as they straighten away down the backside. Hot Rise on top. Brands Hatch races in second place, heading towards the 15th fence. Hot Rise, Brands Hatch, Monte Bianco, Grinding Speed, Arrow is there also in One Wild Bird. Heading towards the water jump. Hot Rise has led most of the way. Can he hold him off in the final 5/8 of a mile? Hot Rise on top at the water jump. Brands Hatch jumping in second place. Monte Bianco going well there under Willie McCarthy and now moving alongside Brands Hatch, and here comes Grinding Speed up on the inside as they head towards the 17th fence. Hot Rise on top. Grinding Speed jumps to the lead. Grinding Speed on top. Hot Rise has dropped a bit off the pace. Grinding Speed is now the one to catch. Monte Bianco races closest to him. Arrow has joined the fray, and Brands Hatch is coming back. Hot Rise follows and completes the field with One Wild Bird moving up on the outside. Grinding Speed now is the one to catch as they race around the turn. Grinding Speed only has about a length and a half advantage with 3 fences, now 2 fences to go. Grinding Speed on top. Monte Bianco in second place. Brands Hatch in third. Chris Reed making a move up on the outside with Arrow. Grinding Speed leading towards the second last fence. Grinding Speed on top. Brands Hatch, Arrow on the outside. Monte Bianco there also. Heading towards the final fence. Grinding Speed, but Arrow is going well on the inside. Monte Bianco is there also. Grinding Speed and Monte Bianco. Grinding Speed on top as they head down the stretch. Grinding Speed and Mark Beecher on top. Arrow and Monte Bianco are going to have to settle for second and third. Grinding Speed wins the International Gold Cup.
Standing with the winning connections of the 75th International Gold Cup, I am standing next to jockey Mark Beecher, who won on number 1 Grinding Speed. Mark, it seems like you were in the perfect position during the race. Tell us how it unfolded for you.
Yeah, I jumped off, and the course is very soft there today, and he hasn't run on soft, but he's real genuine, and I didn't want to be up on the pace. I just wanted to see if I could switch him off, and that he did, and he jumped. I mean, he's only 6-year-old. He only started jumping timber this year, so it's hats off to Alicia. She's done a great job, and Mike Wharton, the owner, for support me and allowing me to ride the horse. But no, when he jumped himself in, I think it was 5 from home, and I got there a bit earlier than I thought, but I thought if I got to the bottom bend, I could give him a bit of a breather and then kick on for home, because he's got a great turn of foot, and he did that. And I mean, it's credit to the horses. The horses do all the work. I'm just up there to do the steering.
At what point did you know you had the race won? Was it coming through the turn, or was it going to the second to last?
And I crossed the line. In timber, they're solid, and you can't count your chickens before they hatch. You've just got to be professional enough and keep riding. And I mean, sometimes that wire looks like it might never come, but I mean, he kept his head down, kept galloping. Credit to the horse.
This must be extra special for you, as they mentioned earlier. You won this race last year, of course, on a different horse. How do you feel today knowing that?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, I've ridden in 2 Gold Cups, and I've been lucky enough to get on 2 very, very good horses. I mean, incomplete kind of just happened. I mean, he came in here last year and there was no real pressure on him because he'd lost a bit of form in previous runs, but he was an absolute machine. And there was a bit more pressure on this horse today because I kind of said to Alicia even in the spring that this fella kind of resembles qualities to that horse. And when he was only beaten 2 weeks ago, it's incomplete by half a length or length, it kind of confirmed that. And no, it's fantastic that I get on these horses. They don't come along too often, so to win two, very, very grateful.
Well done. We're going to move on to trainer Alicia Murphy now. Alicia, this horse has been no worse than second in 6 starts over Timber. What is it that you saw in him that made you know that he would be a superstar over Timber fences?
He's just a horse that makes everything easy. He's never, he's just never presented a real problem, and it really is all the horse. So he's athletic as he can be. He can go forever, and he can jump.
Clearly. What do you have planned for him next?
Mark? Mike? A little rest, I think. I think that's a pretty good season. So.
They're all in line, and away they go. Simon Hobson goes to the lead at once with Daytime. Colleen's Charm between horses. Prize Pupil on the outside. Wahoo now moving in third. Prize Pupil is fourth. Class Code speeding up under Michael Boardwell to take command as they race towards the first turn. Prize Pupil in second place with Wahoo there also. Tubaku. Colleen's Charm from between horses. Daytime on the inside. Wolverton alongside. Complete Dino is there also. And Pride of the Fleet content to let the others set the pace. Class Code went extremely wide on the turn and went from first to about seventh in the field as they raced towards the backside. Wahoo on top. Jacob Roberts and Wahoo now with about a length and 3/4 advantage as they straighten away down the backside. Daytime on the inside races in second place with Prize Pupil right behind him. Here comes Class Code moving up again on the outside to take a share of the lead with Wahoo. Class Code on top, Wahoo second. Class Code dropping back again. Daytime has the lead with Wahoo. Wahoo on top. Here comes Complete Dino on the outside. Daytime in third. Wahoo has the lead. Complete Dino and Richard Boucher about 3/4 of a length back racing in second place. Daytime is another head farther back and actually moving into second place and moving towards the leader. Wahoo on top. Jacob Roberts. Wahoo appears to be... We've got another mess here. Your guess is as good as mine who's really on top, but Prize Pupil is right there. Wolverton now goes to the front. Wolverton, Prize Pupil races in second place. Wahoo in third. Here comes Tubaku coming through on the inside. They straighten away from home. Gus Dahl is on the outside with Wolverton, Prize Pupil, and Roddy McKenzie in second place. Tubaku with the red cap on the inside making up ground. Wolverton, Pride of the Fleet, is making a move on the outside, and Prize Pupil is rallying in the middle of the course. Wolverton trying to hold them off. Wolverton on top, Prize Pupil right alongside, and they drive towards the finish line. Prize Pupil on the inside, Wolverton on the outside, and Pride of the Fleet rallying. Prize Pupil and Wolverton, it's going to be too close to call. Might have been Prize Pupil.
The sixth race is a non-race. All horses were off course.